Hello and welcome to Nintendo Pals Podcast, your weekly dive into all things Nintendo and friendship. Tonight, we asked you to cast Nintendo characters into a stereotypical high school, and we're going to be casting our own Nintendo characters onto the high school football team and playing head-to-head with our two rosters using AI. So, Micah. And of course, we're going to talk the latest news and games we're playing. Micah, what do you say? Are you ready to dive on into the episode?
Yup.
Let's do it. Greetings, fellow Nintendo Pals. My name is Andros, and I'm one of the hosts of the Nintendo Pals podcast. And I'm joined, as I'm joined each and every week, by my fellow Nintendo Pal, Micah.
Yup.
Micah, I gotta ask, how the heck are you?
Pretty good.
That's good to hear. You're pretty quiet. Turn up your volume here. Hey, how's it going? How's life?
It's pretty good.
How's your health? Are you feeling healthy? I'll tell you.
It's going aight in that regard.
I'll tell you. The sicknesses have been going around in our house, which is it has its. No, it's just bad. It just sucks. But the silver
Say has its upsides or something.
Yeah. The silver lining
Stay
is
home and play games.
Yeah, you know exactly. We're on the same wavelength here. It's like, yeah, you get to stay. I got an extra day off to be homesick, which was miserable, but I did get to play games. But that was actually before we recorded our last episode, so that was a bit. But it's just still going through. We're still cycling through. It's all coming out. Yeah, it's that time of year, I guess. I guess
this whole last year has been that time of year.
It's the pre-February direct sickness. We're just all craving Nintendo so much that we start to get withdrawals.
We're going through our withdrawal.
Yeah. Well, speaking of withdrawals, we're on some withdrawals right now from 5-star reviews left for the Nintendo Pals podcast. That's right. You can leave us a 5-star review on Apple, Podchaser, or Spotify. Please leave it over on Spotify. Spotify is an awesome platform. And Audible. All those places let you leave 5-star reviews. If you do, we shout you out at the beginning of the show. We do that. And you help us to take over the world of Nintendo podcasts. Because that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to take over the world. That's our goal. And we are so close to 100 5-star reviews on both Spotify and Apple. So help us get there. You could be the 100th 5-star review or a stepping stone to it for some other heroic soul to get us there. We appreciate you. Thank you for listening. And now back to the actual show. And that means that we're going to talk about what you playing. Micah, I'll let you hit us up first. What have you been playing lately, my guy?
A whole bunch of Golden Sun, The Lost Age.
How you liking it?
It's fantastic. It's better than pretty good. They have a lot. I remembered a bit, but they have a lot less hand holding in this one. That kind of just like, hey, you can sail the ocean, so go do that. It's like, I have no idea what I'm doing anymore. I gotta explore like everything to figure out what's happening. Well, to be fair, you can explore half the ocean, and then they're like, hey, now you can explore the other half of the ocean. Go explore. And it took me like 5 hours. It took me like 5 hours to get to the first spot I was supposed to go after that, because I was just going around exploring random things having a good time.
I forgot to mention, Micah, to those watching the video version of the podcast, I am very cinematograph. What would be the describing word for that? Cinematographic?
For what?
For the
What
black
are you trying to?
bars on my screen that make
I
it
don't.
look like
Yeah.
a movie. I don't know why my camera is doing this, but there is a black box around my image. So we like go to this, and listen, this happened right before the show started, and now I'm here. I'm trapped in this box. So this is just
It's
the way
probably
it's
just
gonna be.
your picture's probably just slowly shrinking, and by the end of this
Oh
episode, it
no!
will be almost entirely black box.
That would be pretty cool. That would be pretty. That would be pretty insane because my camera would be broken and that would suck. Um, but yeah, so Golden Sun is your go-to at the moment.
Oh yeah. Besides that, just Rocket League and Splatoon. I think just once each this week.
So my Nintendo escapades have been pretty light this week. I have been deep in a
Because
video
I did
project.
forget Lethal Company.
Yeah, but that's not a Nintendo. We can talk
That's
about our
what I
Nintendo
say.
games. Oh,
I feel like it seems like most of the times when I don't bring up the Nintendo things, you're like, "Oh, but you also played this," and I was like, "Oh yeah,
but
I
then when
wasn't
you
thinking of
do,
bringing it up because it was Nintendo."
I'm gonna be like,
You're
that's
like, "What
not
are
a
you
Nintendo
doing?
game. What's wrong with you? Yeah,
This is a Nintendo podcast."
whatever makes you look wrong. That is what I want to do. It's not intentional. I don't know why I do that.
I'm not the only one that does that. That just tries to make my co-host look as wrong as possible.
That's true. It's true. Um, well, I did play some Nintendo this week. Played some
Even though you're
Fortnite.
in a little bit of a
Fortnite.
Nintendo phase.
Okay, for those that listened to last week's post show, if you haven't check out our Patreon because that's where you get access to that. It's only $1 a month, so pretty cheap to get access to all our bonus shows. But Micah has accused me of being in a non-Tendo phase right now.
I don't know if it's like really an accusation. I've just noticed that you're in a little bit of a Nintendo phase. I mean, no need to get so defensive
I'm
about
not
it.
being. I was defensive last week because you kept bringing it up. You just kept bringing it up.
I mean, there are a few times where you
Can
were
I
bringing
talk
it
about
up.
the games I'm playing without you coming in and being like, "Oh,
Yeah,
you're in a non-Nintendo phase"?
even though most of them that you played this week are not Nintendo games.
I played Nintendo games. I played Fortnite, which isn't even first party, but Fortnite because I unlocked Snake. Do 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 do, and I got like the emote, the like exclamation point.
Oh, nice.
I
That's a good
can't
one.
make the noise. It's
That's probably kind of close.
yeah. So Snake is in Fortnite, and I had to get it. Like yeah, let's. And I did notice they definitely toned down his booty.
Mm,
Not as
a
prominent
shame.
as in other games, including Smash Bros. Which
There's a lot of
I have
cute
no problem
exercises.
with. I'm just confirming the rumors are true. There's been work done to make his suit a little bit less tight. And I think that's a good change. I'm gonna be honest with you. That would be distracting while playing Fortnite.
Distracting.
I don't know where I'm going with this. But yeah, so you can unlock Snake and you get like there's like a tactical headgear variation you can get, but you can also unlock
Just like fish sticks,
yeah,
I
you can
assume.
also unlock Old Man Snake from I think Metal Gear 4, Metal Gear Solid 4.
I also want to say it's from 4, but I also have absolutely no idea. So I don't know if that helps or hurts.
I haven't unlocked Old
The odds
Man
of you being
Snake yet,
correct.
but I hope to. And Yeah, having a lot of fun with that. That's my son's new favorite character in that game. So we were playing duos, me and him, and I happened to find the NPC of Snake as well, and you can hire him. So there were three of us, and I was like, "This is just like the real Metal Gear games. Just like three different Snakes, all different versions of the same guy." uh, for those that don't know the lore of Metal Gear, whew, it's crazy. Kojima, he he really likes to go just insane with his stories and plots. That's Yeah, so I played that. It was fun. I had a good time with it. I find I'm still kind of Fortnited out, but I enjoy playing games with my son, and we wanted to play that together, so we did. And we got a battle royale. I sound like such an old man. We got a victory royale.
Victor.
We got a battle royale. We got
Yeah,
one.
you should be getting one of those every match.
We got victory royale, and then we almost got it a second time. But I can't remember what happened. I think I got stuck in the storm or something like that. It wasn't even like we. It was a really lame ending, and I was very sad.
Not to brag, but the last time I played with your son, we got two victory royales back to back, and then we decided to stop playing because it was just too easy. And
Because we're just
where
too
was the
good.
challenge? Yeah,
Yeah. It's a good game. It's fun. Still fun. Still holds up. If you haven't tried it and you like third-person shooter type games, and you have a fandom of literally any kind, there's a character in there for you. You like Ninja Turtles? Boom, they're there. You like Nintendo? Oh, sorry, you're out of luck. there's
yeah.
there's nothing
That's
Nintendo.
the one you're out of luck for.
Yeah. I mean, Stakes and Smash Bros. So is
It's
Ryu.
close.
And Ryu's. There's a bunch of Smash Bros. Adjacent characters. Just saying. Just saying. Also, they were selling Raiden in the shop. If you, if
From Mortal Kombat.
no, no Raiden, the Metal Gear character,
Huh.
the cyborg ninja Raiden. I think his name's
Yeah,
Raiden.
yeah. You're probably right.
Yeah. Anyway, I've been enjoying playing that. But besides that, I'm gonna play Pokemon Go this week. A lot of Pokemon Go. I gotta say, the Pokeball Plus Plus is awesome. It has caught me a couple shinies at this point.
Wow.
I got a shiny Lickitung. I got a shiny Eevee. I got a shiny Lilpup.
Oh, nice. Do you have
And
any
I didn't
shiny links?
I didn't even do anything. No, I don't have a shiny Clinks. Are you looking through your shinies now?
Yeah. Well, I caught one like a couple weeks ago, and somehow I've caught three of them, and I don't think there was like a community day where they're more common or something, but maybe there was, and I just forgot.
They've been
But I'm
appearing
just wondering,
more
like,
often
what
for
are
me
the
too.
odds?
I've
Got
seen a
so many
couple.
shiny clinks
Oh, you have
specifically.
multiple shiny ones.
Yeah,
Oh,
I got
yeah, that
three
is pretty
shiny
cool.
ones.
That's pretty cool. Yeah, so right now I'm looking forward to catching a Mega Latios or Latios. They just haven't spawned at the gyms local to me yet. I've seen them in the distance, but not close enough that I will go and get them. And I also it needs to be when I am at work at the office because I
Where there's actually people.
where there's people who will play with me and do the raid. Cuz raids are so impossible if you don't have a group. And I think that's like a fatal flaw to the game because if you're
Yeah, it
not
sounds good in theory. They're like, oh, get your friends, or everyone can group together and have a good time.
yeah,
Or
it's
no one
great
will
in
group together.
places where it's highly populated, right? Because the odds are there are other people. Like when we went to Disney World a while back, the gyms there would fill up with people doing raids because there's just so many people there. But I think in most parts of the country, it's like it's just not gonna happen. There's just not enough people playing the game. But anyway, that's my Nintendo games I'm playing. We could talk about non-Tendo games. Lethal Company, still playing A ton of that. We played some more Pal World. I think that one's real pertinent because Pal World equals Pokemon equals bad, according to the angry people on the internet. I don't think everybody feels this way. I think most people are in a similar boat to our opinion, which was that the game's good, it's fun, and sure there are some pretty similar designs, but the game's so different that it's like, who really cares? you know. The more we've played, I don't know how I haven't really have any more to talk about with it. I
You need too much ore in that game.
Yeah, I find that grinding for materials isn't really that fun. I don't like that.
Yeah,
It's one
I
of
feel
those
like
things.
there wasn't too much grinding until you get to like you need ore for everything phase, and that's a lot more difficult to get than wood and stone.
Yeah, I just am not crazy about these kinds of games where you kind of have to farm to do things. I would just like to be able to go out and explore and do stuff. And it's like one of the reasons I don't really stick with games like other survival games. Like Don't Starve is one that I don't particularly enjoy. I have fun playing like the multiplayer with friends, but it's not one I will stick with long enough. So I don't know. I don't know how I feel if Pal World will stick for me. I kind of want to see what happens when you get everything, and there's some cool pals that we haven't even seen yet. So I'm pumped for that. I heard there's like a Blastoise, but it's like
But it's slightly different.
dirt
Mm.
ground toys.
So it's bad.
Now I gotta look it up on the side here. Yeah,
Sans choice.
that's what I've been playing. Yeah, yeah. I'm looking it up here on the side now. Blastoise in Pal World. Dig Toys. Yeah.
Big choice. There's no way.
That is literally the name. Dig Toys is the
There's
name.
no way.
It doesn't look like Blastoise, like at all. Actually, it looks more like
Oh, it's this. Yeah, I've actually seen pictures. This doesn't look like Blastoise. This is Bowser, if anything.
No, it's that one turtle Pokemon from Pokemon Unite that gives you a bunch of. It's like Dreadnought.
Oh yeah, you're right. Dreadnought.
Yeah,
I think that is it.
that's what it looks like with a Bowser shell. So,
Dig Toys. What a
great name.
that's terrible. They absolutely need to change that.
Yeah, that one should probably be changed. Well, that's all we got to talk about for games we're playing, right? So let's jump out of this segment and jump into the next. Let's talk some Nintendo news. It's time for news. Where do we want to start?
The good part.
All right. Well, since we're on the topic of pals, let's talk about the new Pokemon update we'll be releasing this week. I say next week, but it's this week now. Nothing really about it, just an announcement that it's coming. So, yeah. And I just want to shout out and say thank you to the folks we have here in chat. We got T-Bone and Monkey Thunder. Thanks for being here. And each and every week, our news is brought to you by Monkey Thunder, who is the fastest draw on Nintendo news besides Nintendo themselves. He knows before they do sometimes. So appreciate you helping gather the news for us to look through on Discord. But Micah, what are we hitting next? We don't really have much else to talk about with that one.
Well, mean, there's been some analysts are saying they don't expect the Switch successor to be as big of a hit as the Switch.
What? What? Okay, let's play some sad music. How could they think that? Maybe it's because it's the third best-selling system of all time, and hitting those kind of numbers 2 times in a row is like pretty tough, honestly. So yeah, I don't. It's not surprising.
Statistically, they're probably right. I mean, what are the odds that they do insanely good again?
Well, think about Nintendo's history, right? You had the NES and the SNES both sold really high, but the N64 sold lower, or was that one high too? I know the GameCube.
I thought the 64 sold pretty good.
GameCube sold pretty low. Wii sold really high. Wii U sold low, like extremely low, and then Switch sold extremely high.
I think Nintendo's learned their lesson though.
The curve of like sales is getting the gap. So this next one's gonna sell like 1 million like units. That's it. Can you imagine? That would be sad.
And then it'd probably release with another Nintendo Land, like the greatest game ever made.
Yeah, it'll have the greatest game ever made, but only 100,000 people will have played it ever, and we'll be making videos about the hidden gem of whatever. We'll have a whole podcast. Yeah. I think the analysts are correct. I don't think this will sell as well as the Switch, but I think it will still sell really well. I don't think this is going to be a Wii U.
Yeah, probably leaning kind of the same. I feel like I don't know if the sales during COVID were actually extra high for consoles, but it seems like they should have been. I don't think we'll have another situation like that will help drive.
I really liked. Let's see if I can find the comment here from was it Spider Shan? He said, if you want to look at it from a certain point of view, Sony hasn't had a console as successful as the PS2. I say, yeah, true. From a certain point of view. That's funny. So, yep. Pack it up. Nintendo's going bankrupt this next console.
Yep.
Hey, in exciting news, Mario vs. Donkey Kong got a demo. A demo has dropped for that one, and this is a super good move. I think you and I both said that we would like to see something like this in previous episodes. 'Cause, like, this is a good game to do that for. So I'll definitely give the demo a try. I haven't got a chance to yet. Have you picked it up?
I've been too busy with Golden Sun, but I'll definitely be trying out this.
Well, it's because you're kind of in a Nintendo phase right now, playing Rocket League and Lethal Company and Baldur's Gate.
I didn't play Baldur's Gate this last week.
Oh, neither did I. Because if you didn't play, then I also didn't play.
Yeah.
It all kind of blends together.
I don't know if you knew this, but Rocket League is on the Switch, so it's a Nintendo game, just like Fortnite.
Are you playing it on the Switch?
Of course.
You liar.
Yeah, I gotta be honest. The Switch is the worst way to play Rocket League.
I like it on Switch, but then again, how much do I play Rocket League? Not very much, you know. I think if you're wanting to play at any sort of competitive level, you'll probably want to play it on.
Part of that question is how good are you at Rocket League? Not like I'm amazing or anything, but I feel like
I'm not.
As other people get better, it matters more and more how well and how many frames you get.
Yeah,
how well it runs.
Yeah,
how many frames you get.
Yep. So there you go. Check out this demo if you haven't already. T-Bone says Fortnite on Switch is bad too. It's
horrible.
It's pretty bad.
It is truly
but I still love it.
It offends me every time I end up
Yeah,
playing
you don't
Fortnite on
like it
stream.
just because of the. I mean, it gets to the point of lag where if you get into like a close firefight, it's it's just gonna be horrible. I've noticed at least the couple times I've played with my son recently that it's that I haven't noticed any like major like frame dropping in close combat fights, but it might just be because he's a lower skill rank, so we're playing against more bots potentially. Who knows though? I'm gonna pretend that they're all real people and I'm really good at the game. That's what I'm gonna pretend. Hit us with our next news item, Micah. The build up. The
we,
build up.
I had the craziest urge to sneeze. I just wouldn't sneeze.
Oh man, I had that right before we
You had that
started.
before we started,
Yeah,
yeah.
it was just like
We
it's
just talked
coming,
about that.
and
But
it's terrible.
there's
That's terrible in that.
there's a new Splatfest happening this next month from
Oh
the
yeah.
16th to the 18th, and it's what's the best day of the weekend? Either Friday, Saturday, or Sunday.
Oh yeah. All right, Micah, hit me. What's your answer?
I don't know. I do like how Sunday is orange, and it's a picture of the sun. It's kind of cool.
I think I gotta give it to Saturday.
But I was like, but it's also the closest to the end of the week.
Yeah, yeah. I think I gotta give it to Saturday. Saturday is
Like
like the
Friday night is like potentially the best time of the weekend.
because we record the podcast. Oh,
Oh
oh,
yeah, because
that's
we record
why.
the podcast.
Friday nights,
That,
Nintendo
that's
Pals live on Twitch. Everybody come check it out.
definitely not because it's the furthest away from the beginning of the next week.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, where's the weekday representation here? We should have a seven way Splatfest. Which
That'd be
is your
horrible.
favorite day of the week? Monday
Can you
would get
imagine Monday?
absolutely
They'd
trashed.
give that to Fry. Fry would get Monday and have two people who accidentally voted for it.
They'll give it to Shiver to try and give it a fighting chance. Everybody stands for Shiver.
Even Shiver can overcome.
Yeah, T-Bone puts in the chat here, and this is kind of why I pick Saturday. Is Saturday still has late night. You don't have work the next day. So you get the benefit of Friday night, but with the whole day
Yeah.
in front of you too.
Yeah. Saturday's the best full day.
Yeah.
I think probably. But Friday
Plus
night is the best
plus
time.
Saturn out of these planet options. Wait, like what is Friday?
What is Friday?
It's just a planet.
Is that Jupiter?
Fry.
I gotta look up a picture of all the planets. Can we figure it out from that?
But Saturn is probably the coolest looking planet in our solar system, right? Right?
Oh, I think based off this picture, I think Friday is actually Jupiter.
Oh. There we go.
I might actually be incredible.
You might be a scientific genius.
Yeah. Well, not for all science, just three.
Yeah, we're going off the pictures for the Splatfest, by the way. This is like not. There's no. This isn't necessarily indicative of the choice, but Saturn and Saturday do make sense. Saturn, I think. How do you feel? What do you think is the coolest looking planet in the solar system? I feel like Saturn's a contender.
For sure. I mean, but if you take away the ring, it's like straight dookie.
Well, I think it's like no
boring.
worse than any of the other big gas giants. It's like it's fine.
It's I mean, Pluto's not very good.
Kind of swirly. Kind of swirly.
Neptune's kind of cool because it's just a really solid blue.
Have you seen the picture of Saturn? And it was like, and then God created Saturn. He liked it, so he put a ring on it.
So he put a ring on it? Yeah, I knew exactly what that was going. I don't think I've seen a picture of that, but I knew instantly.
Yeah, I like that one.
I gotta say, it's the 3 planets that are the best are Mercury, Venus, and Jupiter.
And Japan is getting a different Splatfest. Do we know what the options are for Japan? I can't read
I
this.
don't,
I don't know what this
because
says.
the translate thing won't work. It
It
won't
won't.
translate the post. They look like treats. What?
The
Oh, they're
13th
one
festival
looks
will
like
be held with the
mochi.
different themes depending on region. Japanese theme will be which one do you like? Red bean paste versus custard versus whipped cream.
What? What? This one of these pictures is a picture of a cake with a strawberry on it.
Yeah, that's the whipped cream.
That's a horrible picture to get your point across. But I guess if you just show a piece of whipped cream, that's kind of
This
boring.
why aren't we getting this? I mean, I guess we don't have red bean paste. But I feel like that's just one that would make sense as well. And it fits with just the theme of like ink and splat, you know?
Yeah, it is weird
Why
that
not
they're
do
gonna
it
be doing
for like the whole why not make the Splatfest worldwide? Why do it based off region? I don't get it.
that. I mean, you're probably going to be not playing against worldwide players anyways because that would be horrible for the connection. But it is weird that it's not the same.
But let's connect the world, not separate us by region. Come on. Anyway, but they get cool merch and stuff for theirs. Like there's like keychains and T-shirts and things. And
Yeah, it's like cool, like glowy lamp things that
what
are real
does
small.
the North America Splatfest get? Nothing. I don't think there's been any announcements
Probably,
for anything.
probably a wallpaper somewhere you can download.
Boo. I this is one of those things that I will never understand from Nintendo. Like, why? Yeah, Diva was like Japan always gets the best stuff. It's true, but like, why not? I feel like all of their stuff would sell like crazy if they sold it, especially in like
I think
North America, right? Uh, just just look at
Splatoon is pretty big in Japan comparatively.
just look at like Xenoblade Chronicles Special Edition selling completely out, and like all the times that Nintendo when they make like a cool merchandise product, it just like it goes crazy and sells out instantly.
Well, maybe they only make like 10 of them, so it just seems like they're selling out like crazy.
I just don't understand why they. It just seems like they just don't want money. They're just like, we don't want it. We don't want your money. Anywho,
They already have
that's
so much money; they just don't know what to do with it.
yeah, yeah. All right. Well, Micah, give us our next news item, I guess, or is it me? It's me, I think, actually. We've got an announcement for Sonic and Shadow Generations. I literally did not even watch the trailer for this. And
How
it looks
dare
like it's
you?
just like a new
Probably
Generations game, but it's gonna have.
a little bit in your Nintendo phase, I guess. You don't want to watch these things.
Why would I want to watch this? It's Sonic. Gross.
Yeah, it's practically Nintendo at this point.
That's a little sad. Uh, yeah. So it looks
I
like
gotta
it's
say, some of this shadow stuff is real trippy.
yeah. It
A
it
little bit of like, there's some Doctor Strange going on here.
it's like a sequel to Sonic Generations, right? This is Sonic Generations, but with Shadow the Hedgehog in it or something. I don't know. It's a new Sonic game. Sonic fans eating good because they get sequels all the time. Oh my goodness, we just got a new sub over on Twitch. Thank you so much for that. I don't know why my alert didn't go off for that. We'll play you an alert because you deserve it. Thank you, T-Bone, for the sub. We appreciate that. Interrupting this podcast to shout you out. And he has a highlighted message here from earlier that says, "Love the pod. You guys are great." I really do appreciate that. It's very, very kind of you. Thanks for listening. And thanks to everybody out there who listens and who supports the show by following us, leave us 5-star reviews. Appreciate y'all. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, what were we talking about? We were talking about news, and I think that's all we've got to cover for news. Oh no, we blah, blah, blah. Did we mention that the Zelda Twilight Princess Wolf Link
And
amiibo
sheep.
is back on the market?
We did
Um,
not.
I am.
Partially because I wasn't sure if it would still be on market by the time this
Yeah,
actually.
it was up for pre-order. I am going to be watching for this one like a hawk because this is one I actually really want to own. I love Twilight Princess, and that's a really cool and unique amiibo. It was only available previously, I think, in the bundle with the HD version of the game. Like that was the only way you could get it. So it's cool to see them re-releasing that in other formats. Well, Micah, I think that's gonna hit up all the news. We've talked all the news, so let's jump out of the realm of news and into the realm of rumor. Check in on our little Pikmin pals in the rumor mill. It's the rumor mill where we send rumor Pikmin out to find rumors. Micah, what have the rumor Pikmin brought back? Tell me, Pikmin, what do you have?
The Star Fox and Wario Land have gotten some updated trademarks, so take that how you will.
I don't know how I should take that. I kind of feel like they're not going to do anything, but but I would love to see both of those games. Wario Land coming back, that would be crazy. What would they even do? And then Star Fox, it's like, yeah, I'm ready. What do you want to see from the next?
Time.
What do you want to see from the next Star Fox game, Micah?
I want it to be good, like all previous Star Fox games.
Yeah, I'm trying to think like what they
including
could.
Star Fox Zero.
Yeah, what they could do different. Because I feel like we've had sort of a repackaging of Star Fox 64 a couple times. And literally a repackaging of it. But I also think like Star Fox Zero was basically like an enhancement of that game.
Yeah,
And
kind of went back to basics.
yeah, and I don't know. I kind of want to see something different, but I don't know what. I heard good things about the one ship game that was by Ubisoft. Do you remember that one that was like $5 and it sold with the toys?
Starlink.
Starlink, yeah. I heard good things about that one, and Star Fox was in that. So maybe something along the lines of that. I also I also don't know if I want just another on rails shooting game from Star Fox. I think I probably prefer something different, but I don't know what. I don't know what. I don't know. Star
That's
Fox
probably why we haven't gotten a new one, because Nintendo also doesn't know what
Star
to
Fox
do.
Command is a really fun version of Star Fox where you're like moving ships around on it's kind of a tactical game for the overworld and then an arena fighter more than a on rails fighter. So that one could be good. More of that kind of thing. There's also what's the game that you and I played a bunch on the GameCube where you would battle each other. Is that Star Fox
Smash
Assault?
Brothers.
No.
Yeah, I think it was Star Fox Assault.
No, the one where you like yeah, we didn't play a bunch of it, but we played it and it was like you could do like a battle mode and you'd switch between ships and on ground fighting.
The tank.
Yeah, I kind of like that as well. Like that would be a cool. Yeah. Monkey Thunder Jazz like yeah, Star Fox Assault was so good. Yeah, I think that might be cool. What if they just make Battlefront but it's with Star Fox characters. Where so it like
That sounds good to me.
it switches between like space battle and ground battle, and you're playing as Fox and the crew. That could be really fun and cool. I guess what I want to see more potentially than a new on rails Star Fox shooting game is a more full fledged campaign adventure type game.
Adventure, you say?
Yeah, like Star Fox.
They just give us Star Fox Adventures too.
Yeah. But the problem with Star Fox Adventures is there's not spaceships, which I think is kind of important. Is there any?
What are you talking about? There are. When you go to the different planets, you have to fly down through asteroids and things.
Yeah, yeah. It's not like it's not quite the same, but yes, that's what I want. Star Fox Adventures 2. Make it happen, Nintendo. Anything else we want to talk about with rumors? Let me see here. There was a job posting for Monolith that someone pointed out on Reddit. They're looking for someone with experience in 3D action games. I hate to be the person that comes in and just goes like, "This means almost nothing." But like, Monolith Soft just makes 3D action games, and
Yeah,
if they're
that's
looking to
not
hire
telling us
somebody,
anything new.
that means that the game is not anywhere near ready to show. I mean, maybe they're hiring partway through a project or whatever, but who knows? It's like,
That happens.
yeah. Um.
And then just there's been a lot of Hi-Fi Rush coming to Switch rumors.
Yeah. Which would make sense. That would be a good game to be on Switch. And when are you thinking? When are you thinking for the direct?
I'm thinking sometime in February.
Give me a day prediction, Micah.
I gotta open up my calendar app.
You know what I'm gonna guess?
Does it like to do these on like Tuesdays or something? Isn't that a thing?
Yeah. I'm gonna guess the
The
7th.
13th.
I'm guessing the
Oh,
7th.
I was really close to guessing the 6th, and then decided.
Okay. We'll see
I
who's
don't want to.
closer.
It's mostly because I feel like I just want it to be early in the month, and don't want to let that bias my guess. So I'm
Yeah.
doing a little reverse psychology on myself or
Yeah,
something.
I just am
I'm
like,
going with the 13th.
oh, they won't do it on the week of Valentine's Day. They'll be wanting to get games out so that you can get them for Valentine's Day.
Valentine's Day. That's like the 14th.
you,
Also,
you guessed
Ash
the 13th.
Wednesday.
Just want to throw that out there.
Yeah. That was like one
That's
whole day
like the
later
next
than my
day.
guess.
uh, well, that's all we got to talk about with rumor mill. With rumor. With singular rumor. So let's jump out of the rumor mill, Micah, and let's talk in a little place we like to call the community corner. All right. Ploxto once again, back at it again. Ploxto asks if you could make a game. Once I say once again because Ploxto is the questions expert, always asking us questions. We appreciate you, Presto. Thank you for doing that. If you could make a game, what would it be? You have as much time and budget as you want, but it has to be an original idea, not another property.
So, what's your answer for that?
I was going to ask you first.
Well, it's too late. I already asked you.
Well, yeah, but I have such a good idea that I don't want you to steal it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I remember reading this question several days ago and then forgetting about it and not thinking about it at all. But my idea, I do like roguelikes a lot, but I'm
Right.
not going to go to roguelike
Oh,
because that would be too easy. I'd say it's a Celeste like platformer, but you have time slowing capabilities and can also teleport, bubble around you.
oh,
And
that's
the
pretty
more you use
cool.
that ability, it shrinks, so it becomes less effective, and you gotta let it recharge or recharge it somehow.
This just sounds like a Celeste like sequel. Like that's what they should make.
Potentially.
Oh, 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 oh,
But
oh,
there'd probably
oh.
also be things shooting at you or something, so you get use out of your time slowing, so it gives you a little more time to react to things coming at you.
Wait,
Or
didn't you
maybe you just
haven't
slow down
haven't you
some
talked to me about
machinery.
this before? This seems
I
so
absolutely
familiar.
have.
Okay,
I
I was like,
absolutely have.
this seems so familiar. Like you proof of concepted this at some point.
I do have a proof of concept on my computer right now.
Well, Brett, so
I
there,
couldn't come with anything new, so I had my fallback idea.
yeah. I have a fallback idea as well, but you and I we'll talk about that after I give my actual answer here. I would like to make a game that is a team-based multiplayer game. So
Where
something
you
that
just customize a character.
yeah, that's all you do. The whole game is just customizing a character.
Everyone works together on their own segment of the character.
Okay, well, okay, you're not like too crazy here. This is where my idea is kind of going. It's not a character creator stuff, but each person, it's like I think it's called asymmetric gameplay when people are playing different games in the same game. You know what I'm talking
Something
about?
like that.
Is that
Yeah.
the right term? Uh, so
Yeah.
a an asymmetric team based game where you are playing head to head against another team of maybe like five, and each of the five team members is playing a completely different genre of game. So you will have someone that is playing a shooter. You will have someone that is playing like a platformer. You'll have somebody that is playing a like farm sim and a puzzle game, maybe a racing game, and somehow all of those elements will tie together to be like competing against this other. So I want the things to all mesh. So it's like okay, the farm the farm sim person is creating they're farming
It
materials
makes
that will then
the
go
potatoes that you
yeah
can throw at each other or
yeah
something.
they'll
All
give
right.
you the pieces that you need in order to solve the puzzle, and then by getting like a Tetris or whatever or whatever that the equivalent of that is, uh, feeds into this
It
thing.
gives you your bullets.
Yeah, I want them to like all rely on each other doing well enough, and I want this to be just like a competitive multiplayer versus type game. It's kind of like a more intense version of Killer Queen Black. You know, because that one has like the same concept of like everybody's got like a different role to play, but taking the roles to play being and basically any team based game. Like what are the big ones right now? You've got like Apex Legends, Valorant. It's like each of the characters has like a different role on the team, but I want it to instead of you all playing like the exact same game and it only being fun for people that are good at X type of game. It's like it covers a wide variety of genres. So very very high concept.
Sounds
I don't
interesting.
really have the details worked out on what that would be like, but that's like the high concept. Yeah. Yeah, and I think it would be fun to watch because you'd have like all these things going on at the same time. You'd be like supporting each other while trying to do this thing. Um, or maybe we make it even simpler than I'm making it, and it's something that's like League of Legends, but with just a single hero. And then there's like a farm where someone is playing like a puzzle game to get the materials to help upgrade the main single hero, and another person is playing like a hack and slash in the middle zone. I don't know. I don't know. There's some like it would need more refinement,
It's
but
an
that's the idea.
interesting concept.
Fallback idea: the dad simulator game, where you play. It's a stealth game where you're a dad
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
trying to complete a
forgot we
game
talked
on your
about this.
phone while while avoiding your kids
Children and spouse.
and life duties. Yeah, we talked about this when you were
Yeah,
visiting.
and he has some great ideas.
Yeah, we really did. It was fun. It's well, I'm just saying. I'm just saying. We've got a good idea there. I think that one's a little simpler than my other idea. There you go, Presto. I hope you liked that. I hope you liked that answer. I don't know. Anything else you want to talk about with that, Micah? Pretty well covered.
No, I think that was pretty good.
All right. Boopity boop 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 boop. Then let's move to the next segment of our show. It's time for Last Week We Asked You. Last week we asked you a question, and that question was cast Nintendo characters. I'm just going to read it because I don't remember the exact wording. If Nintendo characters attended high school together, who would be the popular kid, the class clown, the overachiever, and the rebel? Make your stereotypical high school movie cast using Nintendo characters. And we got a lot of answers, so let's just jump on into these here. Micah, you want to go with our first one?
Yeah, they also came up with a lot more stereotypes than I remembered there being.
In high school? Yeah.
Yeah. Are we going to alternate each one or alternate lists?
Let's alternate lists. Go through this faster.
Right on. The first list by, wait a second, that's not the first. The first one by Third Strongest Mole. And we haven't seen these yet. At least I haven't, because they're all spoiler tagged.
Yeah, I haven't seen them. I started clicking through Sam's list, and then was like, no, wait, I should just leave these spoiler tags for the episode. And I've already forgotten what they were, except for the Rebel. I know who the Rebel is.
Oh, interesting. Yeah. But the popular kid is Mario. I mean,
classic.
Fitting. Average guy, Ness. The lovable loser, Luigi. Whoa, whoa, whoa. A little harsh, the loser part, but I agree with the first half of that. Teacher's pet, Pit. The rebel, Dark Pit.
Yeah,
Nice.
That's why I remember that. I was like, Dark Pit. Yeah, that makes sense.
Class clowns, Donkey Kong and Diddy Kong. See that for sure.
They're in the back of the class. They're like,
yeah, just making a whole bunch of noise, throwing banana peels around. Overachiever Zelda, the slacker Wario, the quiet one Link, 100%.
I want to point out that the slacker Wario as the slacker is a really good pick. I mean, the whole WarioWare concept is he's like enlisting other people to work at his company and make the game for him is the concept of those games. So it's pretty funny.
The Skater Boy is a long one. Let's see. Captain Falcon. And then in parentheses says he always wants to show his moves. I like that.
Okay.
Elo Kid, Meta Knight.
Yeah, good.
The school bully. I like this. Has to be who I think it's going to be. I was wrong. It's Groose.
Oh, who were you going to say?
I was kind of thinking Ganondorf. I mean, he's always bullying little kids.
Yeah, but Groose makes more sense.
He's only a bully at first.
Yeah.
But, I mean, like every good, I guess this isn't a movie per se, but in every good high school, oh no, yeah, high school movie cast. In every good high school movie, the bully
The bully has a redemption arc.
has a redemption arc.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
the student body president, Isabel,
Isabel.
the loner, Samus. It's fitting. The one who has a band, Inkling, and the one who always has relationship drama, Fox McCloud. Interesting.
He does though.
Does he though?
Yeah, he has an on and off relationship with Crystal, and in Star Fox Command, she is not happy with him, and you can choose to turn things around there, or you can choose to retire and be a bro with Falco and race.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that sounds awesome.
It's a good end. That was an interesting ending. It was good. It was a good ending.
That's a great list.
Spider
But I
Shan
am
puts
sad Ganondorf wasn't there.
Spider Shan puts nailed it on the list for the Discord here. I I missed this comment here in the chat from T-Bone earlier, who says for our dad stealth game, which what are we calling this? What are we calling that game? Has to be like some sort of pun, like a dad, like
I
a
feel
bad
like
dad joke.
I wanted to give the same kind of vibe as Mom Hid My Game as the name.
Yeah.
But I got nothing.
Ask your mom the game.
Oh, that'd be pretty good.
Go ask your mom the game. Leave me alone the game.
That one sounds a little harsh.
Yeah. No, Dad hides from kids. The game. I mean, just call it what it is. Like mom hid my game. Like dad hiding from kids. But his idea here, T-Bone's idea is you level up on the toilet for alone time. so you have like
That's like the safe spot.
That's like the safe spot. But there's like a time limit, and then you get kicked out.
Yeah, your spouse breaks down the door.
Your
That's
wife will
why
come
you
and
aren't.
get you. Yep. All right, let's go to our next list here from Maddie Beth, who puts popular kid Pit. Okay. Average guy Mario. Yeah, nah. Yeah, lovable
Pretty
loser
average guy.
Luigi again. Teacher's pet Zelda. Interesting, but also kind of makes sense. The rebel Sonic. Yeah, I mean, if you're a '90s kid or an early 2000s kid, I mean, Sonic was like the embodiment of rebel. Like, oh yeah, this ain't your dad's video game. We're playing punk music. We're going fast. A plumber? That's a middle-aged man's job. We run fast here. Sonic was just rebel incarnate. Class clowns, Wario and Waluigi. I thought this was going to be the pick for up above. Donkey Kong and Diddy Kong make a lot of sense too, but Wario and Waluigi also make a lot of sense to me because anytime they're in a game together, they're always doing like class clown type stuff. Like in Mario Golf, there's that time they're like drawing faces on the sign of Mario and Luigi, and they're like, it's classic. Overachiever, Peach. I've never thought of Peach as an overachiever. Does she give that vibe to you? I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong.
I don't know who I'd put for that overachiever.
But Peach is a good pick. I mean, she is overrated, that's for sure. The slacker, King DDD. Yeah,
I like that.
Yeah. The quiet one, Link. Skater Boy, Captain Falcon. Let's go once again. Emo Kid,
Hayes.
Dark Pit. That's such a good pick for that too. A lot of these are just kind of like shuffle arounds from Sam's list. And then we got the school bully, Bowser. That
Always
makes a
bullying
lot of sense.
Kamek.
Student body president, Peach. Overachiever and student body president. I feel like
They
Maddie
kind
Beth.
of go hand in hand.
I feel like Maddie Beth is airing some grievances against Peach as a character in this list. What an overachiever, little goody two shoes class president. Loner, Byleth. I don't know enough about Byleth's character.
Yeah, I was gonna say the same thing.
Is
I don't know
Byleth
enough
a
about
loner? I
Fire
thought they
Emblem.
were a teacher. They seem like not a loner. They seem like the most social person. But hey, I don't know. I am the jock, Little Mac. Yeah,
Yeah.
The weird kid, Olimar. What does this mean? What is the weird kid?
I mean, look at his head and face. It's weird.
Yeah. He's over there playing with plants.
Yeah, because people who like plants are weird.
And the tomboy, Daisy. That's a good pick. Fits perfectly. Are these lists getting longer?
This next list is really long.
All right, hit us with our next list. I wait. First off, let's look at the whole list and review. Anything you want to point out for Maddie Beth's list? I think these were all great picks.
Yeah, I really liked King DDD as the slacker.
Yeah, I like Wario and Waluigi for class clowns. It's a different kind of class clown than Donkey Kong and Diddy Kong. Donkey Kong and Diddy Kong are like the lovable
More
hero class
good-natured.
clowns. Yeah. Yeah, and Dark Pit as the emo kid is too perfect. If you've played the game, if you know, you know. I mean, he is just a moody, like embodiment of My Chemical Romance era. It's like, I'm just too cool, and he's like, I'm gonna go away and be alone, and then he comes back over
Did
and
he
over
say
again.
that? Those are his exact words.
No, not his exact words. Writing's
I was
better
hoping
than
they
that.
were. Our next list is by Ploxto. Popular girls, Peach and Daisy.
They're the popular.
Popular
picks.
guy, Captain Falcon.
Yeah, yeah. You can just see him. He's like, oh yeah, and he's just like walking around the high school.
I mean, this guy's like skin tight shirt that shows off his abs.
Yep.
Understandable. I think our next two might be the same as the previous two: the average guy and lovable loser.
Why does
Average
everybody
guy,
refer to Luigi
Mario.
as a lovable loser? I don't think.
Yeah. He's lovable cool guy, and then
What the heck
lovable
is
loser.
who was it? I've never seen. Is this a high school stereotype? The lovable loser.
Yeah, usually like the sidekick of the main character is kind of
The lovable loser. Okay.
a quirky nerd loser person. At least in the
everybody
eyes
likes
of the
him.
rest of the school.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you're
They're
right.
usually bullied. Teacher's pet, Lakitu.
That's a
Yeah.
out of left field pick. Why? I was
Why?
like,
Why not?
teacher's pet Lakitu. I'm like trying to connect in my head, like why? Because he wears glasses. Is that why? He's because he's a nerd. Because he
The
wears
Spinies
glasses.
would be a really good teacher's pet. That's what Lakitu throws, right? Spinies.
Yeah, and he also follows around. He also follows around Mario with the camera. And he's
True.
and he always is like the Mario Kart
Fishes
fish
about.
of it. Yeah, so he's kind of like a helper to the teacher. Yeah, I can see it. I get it now. I had to think my way through it. I got there.
Got the rebel, Sonic.
Chili hot
Class
dogs.
clowns, Waluigi.
Class clowns, just Waluigi by himself.
Because I mean, just because he's a clown,
Yeah.
essentially. I meant that in an offensive way, just to clarify.
Okay. If you want to
You
offend
just weren't
people,
offended.
if you want to offend
You
people,
weren't offended
no,
enough,
no,
so
I'm
I had
not.
to make sure you
I'm not. I'm not
understood.
gonna give you. I'm not gonna give you that satisfaction. Right?
You know what? No, what satisfies me even more than you getting offended is you pretending that it doesn't affect you.
You keep telling yourself that.
That will get me through the rest of today. That moment right there.
Oh, this show, man.
The overachiever Fry. Ah,
I do feel like Fry's an
ah.
overachiever.
The slacker Wario.
Okay.
The quiet one Link, of course.
Consistency.
Yeah.
He's got his
Skater
characters right.
Kids. Marth
What?
and Lucina. Interesting.
Aren't they like father daughter? I guess.
Aren't they like the same person? Practically?
No.
They
No.
are in Smash Bros. The emo kids, Rosalina and Shiver. What?
I mean, Shiver has emo vibes.
I was like, yeah, I see the Shiver one. I'm not sure I see the Rosalina one so much.
It's the hair. She covers
Oh,
her
covering the
one
one eye.
eye.
That's
Yeah.
true.
Yeah.
That's true.
And she does hang out all by herself most of the time.
Well, she's
Except
got
she has
all
all
her
the
Lumas.
Lumas. So I don't know if that really counts. But... Okay.
School bully King K. Rool. Student body president Big Man. I knew he had to be here somewhere.
Yeah, let's go, big man.
Loner Samus.
Oh, good. A good pick. Wait, how have we not seen Samus yet? Okay.
We have.
Where?
Samus was the loner in the first list, I'm pretty
Oh,
sure.
okay. Yeah. I just forgot.
Then we got the one who has a band, Inkling Girl. Specifically, the one who always has relationship drama, Byleth.
That's the guy. Yeah. Okay.
Jock, Chargin' Chuck. That's a good pick. I like that. I like that.
Dang it. That's an early call for who I was gonna put on my football team for later in the episode. But whatever.
The weird kid, Lucas.
What? Isn't Lucas just a normal kid?
Nah, he's a weirdo. He has like psychic powers. Automatic weird. Kid with lots of friend groups. Ike. Because he fights for his friends.
That's too good. Theater kids.
Theater kids, Shulk and Penny.
Yeah.
You look like you have thoughts.
Shulk gives theater kid energy. I'll just say it.
The teacher, Corin.
I say that so insultingly, but he's just very.
What? Why would that be an insult?
Yeah, I don't know. He's just very
Wait.
like over the top with his speech and words.
Backslash.
Yeah.
That's all I know of his speech. And then we got the principal, Isabel.
Okay. A great list. I will say Theater Kid Shulk was probably my favorite pick on this list because it just makes so much sense to me. Who else did I like from this list? There were a bunch that had me good. That Charge and Chuck a Jock, that was a good one.
That was a good, yeah.
Yeah. And Lakitu, which took me a bit, but I got there. All right, next up we got a list from Octoboy. So here's his pick for popular kid, Shiver. Which makes sense because
I don't want to like that pick, but it's a good pick.
It makes sense. Yeah. Average guy, Mario. I think okay. So in every single one of these lists, it's gonna be average guy is Mario and quiet one is Link. Lovable loser.
Don't forget lovable loser, Luigi.
Luigi, yeah, of course. Teacher's pet, Sheldon. I can see that. You know who Sheldon is, right? The weapons
Nope.
dealer
The weapon, the
in
weapon stealer.
Splatoon.
It's Splatoon?
Yeah, he's
His
got the
name's
big hat.
Sheldon?
Yeah.
Is he like a shrimp?
No.
Oh, I'm
No.
thinking the shoe guy. Oh yeah, look at him. I don't learn names. I just go in there to buy things. Actually, I
The
don't even go in there to buy
the
things.
rebel,
Stick with my one weapon.
Fry. That kind of makes sense to me.
Hmm.
Gives kind of rebel energy.
Does she?
Class clowns, Wario and Waluigi. Overachiever, Callie. So there's a lot of Splatoon rep in this one,
Yeah.
which makes sense from Octoboy. The slacker, Marie. Callie and Marie. Marie's a slacker. These are good. The quiet
Oh, you got a
one,
twist on the quiet one.
yeah, it's Link. Surprise, surprise. Skater boy, Merch. Isn't he the sea urchin guy? The one that's like
Maybe.
grown
We
up
give the
in Splatoon 3?
what are those? The fancy Splatfest
Yeah.
shells you get.
Emo
I
kid,
think that's it.
Spike. Oh no, that might be who I'm thinking of. Spike. Spike is the emo kid. School bully, Bowser Jr.
Hmm.
Student body president, Isabel. Good pick. Loner, Marina. Like Pearl and Marina?
I
Which one
think
is
so.
Marina? Pearl's the loud one. So yeah, Marina is kind of loner. Yeah, that makes sense. Jock, Pearl. That also makes sense. Weird kid, big man.
What?
I mean, he is different,
I
but
think
that
you
doesn't make
misspelled
him weird.
cool.
All right. The tomboy, Daisy. I
That's a
would
good one.
say how much of how like percentage wise, it's like 80% Splatoon characters for this list. So if the Splatoon characters all went to high school, I think this is a good list though. Everybody fits into their respective roles pretty well. You got anything to shout out on this list specific?
Uh, hmm, hmm, hmm.
I think it's funny that Isabel's like always the student
Per-
body president. She's
yeah,
just like, yep,
it's very fitting.
a lot of repeats
And
here.
I do think Bowser Jr. would be a bully in school.
Yeah, he would be a
I
problematic
tell
child.
he'd get his redemption arc at some point though.
Yeah, yep. Okay,
Yeah.
our last list comes from Fedorable Will. Hit us with the list, Micah.
Most targeted for bullying, Luigi.
Wow.
Or how what sort of monsters are in this movie cast school that they would bully Luigi? Well, it's Wario because they're the bully. What a
uh,
monster! And then we got the jock, Funky Kong,
yeah, that checks out. That's a good one.
the popular cheerleader, Misty.
From Pokemon. Wait,
I assume so.
I mean, I guess in the games she's more popular, but like, I thought it was like a big point that she was the not popular one of her sisters, and that was why she left. In the
Well,
at
that's
least in
just
the
because
anime.
she had like seven of them or something.
Yeah, well, and they were all like models, and she was like, "I'm gonna go actually be a good trainer." And then she got roped into an adventure with Ash and Brock, and
For 20 plus years, however long it
well,
was.
she did go back and become the gym leader after they separated in the anime as well, and
Yeah.
apparently made the gym really good, just like Brock made his gym really good. Because then they come back later, and we have that great scene of Brock ripping his shirt off and then posing like he does in the games. So funny. They just like it's like such a callback to the game randomly in like the Sun and Moon season of the anime.
That's
Uh,
really when the show hit its peak, I think.
Anytime Brock's in it is when it's at its peak. That's for sure.
Then the band nerd is Mario. Interesting.
Why? What?
Trying to think of a time when Mario plays an instrument in a game.
I can't think of one.
It's got to be one, right?
Yeah, he has to have. I'm sure Fedora will come and
This,
tell us
yeah.
what
Normal
help
Will
us
has
understand.
a very good reason
Yeah,
explanation for this choice that we don't understand.
his level of thinking is beyond our own. I think he's in
Exactly.
a higher plane of existence.
It's like another dimension
Yeah.
of thinking. And then there's the teacher's pet, Zelda.
Okay.
The emo, Midna. That's good. That's a good pick.
That is a good pick.
The loner, Red from Pokemon.
Oh, good
Also
pick.
good.
A
He's
great
just
pick.
showing up in the mountains.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's what he's doing.
The weird kid, Ness. I like that pick.
Yeah.
Tomboy, Samus. Student president, Big Man.
That's the second time he's been cast as the student president, and I love to
Nice,
see
'cause
it.
he's popular. The quiet kid, Link.
We can't branch out. We can't branch out at
He's
all.
done it. Floater, Kirby. Not quite sure what that means.
Like
In
a
a high
floater
school
is someone that goes from group to group.
You can float around.
Yeah.
Yeah, I suppose. But is Kirby the floater because he can move between groups or because he can like kind of flow?
That's the pun, I think. Are you explaining the joke to me, or are you like what? What do you mean?
I was just thinking, like, I think we definitely made the joke funnier by explaining it.
uh,
Moving on, the know-it-all geek, Sheldon. It's really very knowledgeable about all those weapons.
yeah.
The vape addict, Mewtwo. What? What?
What? What? I don't know. Again, he's on a higher plane. He's on a higher plane of thinking. We don't know. We may never know, but it makes sense.
Yeah, it makes sense to some people.
Don't
I'm
vape,
sure.
kids. It's terrible. That is a not good thing to do.
The cool teacher, Captain Falcon.
Heck yeah. Heck yeah.
Strict
Let's go.
teacher, Tom Nook. I was kind of expecting Rosalina at some point as a teacher. She kind of corrals she'd be like a good kindergarten teacher.
Yeah.
She corrals all those Lumas and stuff.
Yeah. The teacher that everybody has a crush on. That's, there's that's a stereotype in high school.
I feel like that was a very telling statement for you to make into your own personality.
To my own personality. No, it wasn't.
Sure.
If you want to accuse me as...
just like you're not in a Nintendo phase.
I am being profiled for statements taken out of context. I don't know what you're doing. You're trying to make judgments on my character. It's how it feels. Well,
I'm just judging you by your actions and
you know
speech.
what?
I feel like that's very reasonable.
You know what, Micah? I think we need to keep this to the courts. And by the courts, I mean the field. And let's move to the next segment of our show because it's time for the pal topic.
The gridiron.
The gridiron. That's right. It's time for some football. You've all cast the characters for the high school, and we're about to draft for the football team. We're going to be playing head-to-head in an AI battle, which means we need to make a list of characters. Uh, and let's see
Are
how do
we
we.
are we not going to allow us to pick the same people?
Right.
We got to come up with a. Okay, so we got to come up
And
with
they
like
don't have to be
22.
people from the lists of the, but they can be. Um, yeah. So we've got the positions here. How do we want to do this drafting?
Yeah, I don't know. Do we want to like go through positions or just like free draft?
What do you
So we
mean?
both like draft for the same position at a time,
Oh, I like.
alternating,
No, let's do a
or
free
just
draft. I think that's more
free draft?
fair,
Yeah,
right?
okay,
Right? Because then we can kind of
maybe.
counter each other's team build a little bit.
Oh yeah, I suppose if you want to think that hard about it.
So,
I was starting to realize like you're probably gonna have a lot more strategy to this than I
no, no, I have
do.
okay, so let's preface this here. You and I had to ask. I had to ask you how many people are on a football team, and you gave me an answer and said that that was basically the extent of your knowledge on the topic. Neither of us are like football guys. I've been to a college football game one time.
Nice, nice. Well, I'm practically an expert because I did play football for 2 years in elementary school.
Oh, I was like,
Actually,
when
one
was it
year
in high
elementary school,
school?
one year of middle school.
It's a 53-man roster. Well, we're not spending all that time. We're going to
Yeah,
draft
we're just going
two
offensive.
offensive teams
Yeah,
to go head to head. Um, so let's see here. Oh, and the reason that Micah knew how many team members there were is because we're both from
it's my group in
Seattle,
Seattle.
and there's a thing there called the 12th man, and that's the fans. The fans are the 12th man. There's the number 12 was everywhere. I will say that that didn't happen until they won and did like really good. Because I don't remember that being a thing when I was a kid. I don't remember the 12th man being a thing
No.
when I was real young. But maybe it was, and it just wasn't very popular.
Or maybe we were just young and didn't know.
Yeah, maybe,
I feel like
maybe.
the thing
So yeah,
for a
so that's
while,
why
but
that's how we know. There's a lip.
as I did better,
So
it kind of picked up steam. Probably.
so you want to go first? What do you want to do? Who do you want to draft?
Yeah, sure. Well, I'm gonna go with my tried and true from last time with dodgeball. I'm gonna go with Mewtwo as the quarterback because
As the
first of all,
quarterback. Yeah.
yeah, I mean, first of all, no one can get to him because he can just push them away, and also his passes will be 100% perfect because he controls the ball with his mind. I should write a list. That since we're
I've
not
got
going
a
by
list going.
position,
I've got a list going here.
I don't see that list. That way, I
Well,
know
this is
what
because I
positions
just
I've
like
already
made a
been.
random document out on our drive folder here. I've got to pull
You
up
got
all
him,
the
though.
positions here. Um, I am going to go for my. I guess it's the tackle position.
Left or right? I believe there's one on either side of the
Yeah,
center.
I'll go left. My left tackle is going to be Charging
Oh,
Chuck.
mm, nice. You're not gonna have him as a running back
No,
for all
he's
that charging he
he's
does.
he's a tackler. That's like his thing. He tackles you.
He's a tackler,
Yeah,
kind of, I guess. Do you know what the left tackle does?
tackles.
He
right?
doesn't really tackle. I
Oh,
don't actually know how he's called a left tackle
what?
per se.
No, I listen. I told you what I know about football. We're just nothing. I know nothing.
I-
Wait,
he
so
just he blocks people coming in essentially.
yeah, okay,
He's
yeah,
part of the
that's kind
line.
of what I pictured.
Oh, okay, okay.
he would push the line back.
Okay, yeah, yeah, that you know, he'd be good at that
Yeah.
unless it was a pass play because then I mean, he's charging check. He would
You know
charge
way more
forwards,
about this than me.
and
What?
he'd be an illegible man downfield or whatever it's called, and it'd be a flag every play. Make sure make sure the AI knows about that. How he would do that
No,
when
no,
we
I'm
were
not
typing this
giving.
out.
No, I'm not giving that level of detail. Yo, we summon Fedorable Will has sent a raid in. Welcome in, you guys. Thank you for being here. Appreciate you being here. All right. So we are in the middle of drafting our football teams for a battle, a Nintendo AI battle. This is a regular segment. I didn't even explain this at the beginning of the segment, so I'll explain it now. It's a regular segment on our show where we draft characters for teams in some sort of event, and then we use ChatGPT to determine what will happen by putting them into the situation. And then we determine a winner based off of ChatGPT's story that is generated.
AKA probably a coin flip.
But it's a cool story. Can a coin flip do that?
Sure,
No,
sure.
it can't.
I mean, if it's flipped from really high up and hits you on the head and then gives you concussion and you hallucinate, it
Yeah.
could.
Uh, so far you have Mewtwo as your quarterback, and I have Charge and Chuck as my left tackle. We got a lot of people left to draft, so
I'm gonna go with my fullback as Ganondorf.
ooh, I don't know what a fullback does. What's a fullback do? I know nothing about football at
He's
all.
like he's like the running back that's real big and runs through people. You give it to him when you're like 4th and 1.
Oh, so
And you
that's
just
where I
got to get
should have
that.
put Charge and
He
Chuck.
just he just charges to yeah probably.
Hmm. Hmm. That makes sense. That makes sense. Uh, I gotta. I'm like drawing a blank here
This is the extent I'm tapped out
on
on
your
good
ideas.
choices. Yeah.
Anyone with teleport is going to be powerful, says Fedorable Will. Yeah, it's true. It's true. Uh, I'm trying to think of someone who is real quick and could make
Yeah, I was kind
good
of thinking.
a good catch for my wide receiver. I think I'll throw in Sonic the Hedgehog.
You can't do Sonic. That's not a Nintendo character.
Oh, okay. Not Sonic. Even though
Too
literally
good.
20 minutes ago in the episode you were like basically a Nintendo character.
Basically and actually very good.
Someone real fast. Someone
I was
real
trying to think of
fast.
fast people too. I
Oh
feel like
man.
there should be good options for this.
I've got I need like a list. Actually, not necessarily a fast character, but what I'm going to put for my cuz there's two wide receivers, right?
Yes.
Wide receiver number 1, it's going to be Kirby.
Ah, interesting. I mean, you
Kirby,
can get that height.
yeah, and the
I don't
catch,
know.
with his mouth.
Does that count?
Yeah,
Because then it's in the void
no,
and
he
it's
can
like
spit it back out.
gone.
He can spit it back out.
Mm. If he does it quick.
Yeah, if he does it quick, and he
Plus,
will.
doesn't it just and wouldn't he get the power of a football? Which would mean he would have no legs, hands.
He becomes the ball.
Yeah, he is instantly
You
down.
get to pick if you do the copy ability. Just
Yeah, but when you spit it out, she usually just turns into a star.
No, it turns
Does it
back into
not?
whatever.
Does it?
Yes,
Does it though?
sometimes.
Sometimes.
We'll let the AI decide.
Well, I'm gonna steal one of your potential future picks and just rub it in your face. I'm gonna go with Waluigi as a tight end
Oh,
because usually those guys are a little bit taller. I think.
that's good. That's good. Well, you know what? I'm going with my fullback. It's going to be Wario.
Well, interesting. Interesting.
He is known. He is known in Wario Land for doing those like forward tackle charge through enemies kind of thing. So,
It's bold. That's bold.
makes sense to me.
Hmm.
Would that be a fumble if he becomes a football?
Yeah, that's true. I was thinking you'd just be down, but that would be a fumble.
Then he just gets up and runs, right?
Well, the question,
Runs
no,
to a
because
teammate.
he's a football. He has no arms or legs.
Would
I don't know
Banjo
what the
be
powers of a
Nintendo or
football.
not? I'd say not. I wish he
Yeah, I
was.
guess probably not
Wish he was, but no.
because he got that invincibility. Should be real good.
Yeah, yeah. Would be. Would be.
So, quick question: Samus with power suit or without power suit?
I don't know. Yeah, let's with power suit.
Right on.
Yeah,
Samus running back.
running back. That's a good. That's a good. Because there's two running
She's got
backs,
that
right?
power, but she's also There's the fullback and the running back slash halfback
There's the halfback,
slash.
fullback.
There's like one other name for it as well.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna fill in mine for that as well, and I'm gonna put Captain Falcon.
Oh, nice.
Yep.
That's one I was thinking of earlier before I realized Power Suit Samus might be
Yeah.
pretty good.
Yeah. I'm feeling pretty confident with that one. I'm still giving it some thought
Yeah,
on
I
who
mean,
I
he
want to have
probably that's
on
good.
who I want to have for some of these other positions here. So, what else you got?
Hmm. That's a good question. Who else do I got? Definitely not googling Nintendo characters to get myself some ideas. Ooh. Hmm. Let's go. Hmm. Let's go wide receiver Ridley. Potentially Meta Ridley, if you want to allow that. Probably we'll just go regular. Because, I mean, wings, yo. Can fly, just like Kirby.
Yeah. I might have
Big.
just had the most genius. I might have just had the most genius idea ever. It's gonna make you angry. It's gonna make you jealous. I got my quarterback.
The Plock.
It's Yoshi.
Oh,
Yoshi as a
bummer.
quarterback, and you want to know why? Because Yoshi
Slinging those eggs.
slinging those eggs, and he does it very well. That
I was
dude can
hoping you wouldn't
throw.
take Yoshi. It's probably going to be my next pick.
Got him. He's gonna get sacked so much. No,
But
he's not.
but on the flip side, Yoshi's kind of short. A good field of view with all the linemen and stuff in the way.
Until he eats him.
I don't know if that's allowed. Let's see.
We'll see what the AI says. We leave this entirely up to ChatGPT to determine. Oh man,
Hmm.
I feel really good with about that pick. I really
That
do.
is that is a good one. I was probably going to put him as a wide receiver because he's quick.
Yeah.
He's got that flutter jump. This is not a very extensive list of Nintendo characters. They're like really random ones on the list.
Where are you looking?
Hmm.
You on Wikipedia?
Google.
ChatGPT.
Hmm. Hmm. I'm gonna go with the center. as Donkey Kong.
Ooh. Oh, man. Forgot about DK. Gosh. Getting some good picks.
I feel like I've been neglecting my O line. Haven't picked any yet.
Center as Donkey Kong. I'm drawing blanks here.
You know who else would have been a pretty decent quarterback? Hammer Bro. So I was
Hammer
slinging
Bro.
those hammers.
Yeah, I don't feel like he's got good aim.
He just stays in the same spots every time. Well, I guess they do change up, don't they?
Yeah,
Or do they
he's a
just
bit
change
more
where they are?
random. Um. Okay, I'm not gonna think about this too hard. I'm gonna go with my other wide receiver here. It's gonna be Pitt.
It's close going with Pitt.
Speed. He can get cruising.
I wasn't sure if it was flying capable Pitt or not.
I mean, even if it's not, his ground speed's pretty
It's
fast.
still good.
Yeah. He's kind of an expert in movement. What do you got? What do you got?
I was just looking through this list and it has Kraid. I'm like, maybe I feel like you can't choose Kraid.
You already have
big.
Ridley. You already have Ridley.
Ridley's not Kraid sized.
No.
I mean, he is big, but I was thinking more of Smash Bros. Size.
Yeah. Smash Bros. Canonical Ridley.
Or else I would take Raid and put him on my anywhere, and I or should win essentially. But
yeah, all I have left is my front line essentially, right? I've got my two receivers, my fullback, running back, and yeah.
Well, let's go with Bowser as left guard.
Okay. I'm gonna go with my center. It's gonna be Thwomp.
That's a horrible choice. That doesn't even make sense. He can't even hold it. He'll pop the ball.
Wait,
He's gonna
isn't
be
he just
fumbled
supposed
every play.
Isn't he just supposed to block the way for other people?
No.
That's not what the center
He
does?
hands the quarterback the ball. He snaps it.
That's that position? Okay.
Yeah.
I want to take back and put him as a guard. Is that the position I'm thinking of?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mixed them up. It's guards that are right next to the center, and then the tackles are on the
Okay.
one further out.
So dumb. So dumb.
Oh my
Man, he doesn't even have
That's
hands.
too good. I shouldn't have said anything. The AI wouldn't have cared probably, but still. I'm gonna go King DDD, right guard.
Okay. My center is gonna be Master Hand. Can't get better than that, right? He just like flicks the ball back and then goes up into
the
hand,
ball back.
the hand position.
I'm tempted to take crazy hand.
No,
now.
that's cheating. I'm already.
How's that cheating? They're separate entities.
That's not fair.
How is that not fair? Well, I was tempted, and I think the temptation won out. Crazy hand.
You can't do that. That's so unfair.
Why not? How's that
dumb.
unfair? Explain why.
Because it's lame. That's why. I approve, says Fedora Will. You should not be siding with a cheater. Oh. What positions do I have left? I have another guard. What's the tight end do?
They're like half blocker, half wide receiver or something. Ish.
So it needs to be
Pretty
someone
sure
quick.
they usually tend to be like shorter passes,
It
but
needs to be
I'm
someone
not
quick
an expert.
and big-ish.
Yeah, if you know who Gronk is, he's like the most famous.
Gronk? No, I don't know who
How dare you?
that
He's the only tight end I know off the top of my head. Wow, a list of 100 Nintendo characters.
yeah, I need some inspiration here.
These are absurd.
Do, do.
They got Epona.
Oh wait,
I assume neither of us are choosing Epona.
tight end should be Link. I'll do that. I'll have Link.
That's good. That's good. Wow, I can't believe you haven't chose this yet. Right tackle.
I'm gonna take
I'm
Ike.
going with Ike.
Ah, no, I was gonna take him. I was gonna take him, but I got Yoshi, so
It's
can't
good.
complain
We're
too
taking
much.
each other's favorites.
Yeah, we're using our characters against each other. Okay, so I've got 2 wide receivers. I got a tight end. I've got what else do I need to fill?
You just got. Oh, you got two left, right?
Yeah, I've got 2 left,
You have one. You need one more guard.
and 1 more tackle. Yeah, right tackle
And
and another guard. Man, I'm like,
I'm really struggling to think of
yeah,
who
I
my
want some.
wide receiver is going to be.
I'm trying to think like who's gonna be like just a bulky Nintendo character, you know? Because that's what we want for guard, right?
Yeah, for the most part. Oh, huh.
Yeah, I've thought about it.
How
I'm not
how
sure.
uh how far back do you have to go for ChatGPT to know about something?
Oh, like if it's like real recent, I think it's
Yeah.
2021 is its data. T-Bone, I like your idea. I'm just gonna steal that one. So I was thinking Bowser for a guard.
I already have Bowser
Oh, you already have Bowser. Okay, then perfect.
as my guard, as my left guard.
Guard, Chunky Kong.
I was thinking of getting Funky Kong.
Yeah. Then I need another tackle.
So would ChatGPT know who Ravenbeak is?
Don't know. I don't know.
He's got that real quick.
I would I would
But
I would
I want
opt
to
away
say that
from
he
it just to
does
be
it.
safe. Yeah.
Yeah. Huh. What are some good ideas for wide receivers you got for me then?
Wide receivers?
Yeah.
I mean, neither of us has taken Mario or Luigi, and I do think they would be
They're
good at.
short. They're way too short.
They're too short,
Yeah.
but they jump so high.
They do jump kind of high, but our other like three wide receivers can fly, I think. So, oh yeah, I'm just gonna kind of steal what you did again. Let's go with the dark pit wide receiver.
I thought about taking Dark Samus,
Oh, that was
but
good.
but for a tackle, I don't.
I probably
Uh,
should have gone with Dark Samus for wide receiver over Pitt.
I mean, you could. You want to switch? You just want to have an alternate pit.
Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, sure, sure. Let's go with
You're
Dark
switching it
Samus.
up.
I'll let you take. Dark Pit for something as your tackle
That's
if
my
you want.
tackle. I don't think I will. It's not like a great pick for that. Uh, but who is a great pick for that? Lucario? That's not a
It's
bad
always
idea.
the great mighty Pooh. Yeah, I. That's what I thought from Conquer. Conquer's Bad Fur Day.
That's not a Nintendo game.
No, but it's on this list.
Why is it on the list? Oh, who would be good as a tackle? I'm really struggling here. I want someone that.
Ooh, Pichu. It'll be a quick tackle.
Oh, I was trying to think of Pokemon, but I don't want to go like too niche with the Pokemon. You know?
What the? This person's character is essentially my name, but with an extra IA in the middle.
Oh. Miyaka, Miyaka,
I don't even know how
Miyaka.
to pronounce Aya, something like that. Micaiah.
Micah, do you have any ideas for me?
Yes. I'm not going to tell you though. It's
Why?
too good of an idea. Because
What?
it's so good of an idea. I wish I had chosen this person.
Well, I gave you an idea.
Kind of. You said Dark Samus compared to regular Samus. I feel like it's not quite the
I also
same as my
picked Mario and
incredible pick.
Luigi, but that was apparently a bad
Those are
pick.
terrible choices. Um, let's see.
For a good
There's
tackle.
Boom Boom. He's
Boom
pretty
Boom's a good
decent.
one.
He's
Yeah.
got some pretty good size, and he's not quite as big as Bowser, but I feel like he's probably faster than Bowser. But you want your tackles to have a bit of speed so they can stop people coming in the edges.
Yeah. I'm like completely drawing a blank here on Nintendo characters.
There's,
How did this happen? How have I become so
okay, I'll give you my second good pick then. I mean, there is Funky Kong, right?
right? I already have
Which he'd
Chunky
be
Kong.
pretty good. Oh, why not? They probably
Okay,
work together
I've got
extra
it.
well.
I've got it. Daruk.
Dang it.
Was
I was
that
like, I
your
wanted
pick?
thinking, yeah, I think back, I was like, I should have
Gotcha!
got Daruk
I
as
got
I
you!
should have got Daruk as a tackle.
Daruk is
Any
my guy.
Splatoon reps? No.
No
They're
Splatoon
all too
reps. I
small.
thought about Big Man, but I was also like, Big Man feels like he could be very easily taken down. He's just a big manta ray. You'd be like,
Big.
woohoo!
I don't. He doesn't seem too sturdy.
Yeah.
A push would knock him over
None
potentially.
of the Splatoon characters seem that sturdy. They're all very squishy. All right. That's our teams.
Wait
So
a second.
let's.
He got 3 guards.
What?
He was one of your tackles, right?
Oh, yeah. He was
Daruk.
supposed to be a tackle. Yeah. So now we need to put this prompt into ChatGPT and see who wins. See who wins this football game. We want you to write a fictional scenario of
I'm
a.
assuming that Dark Samus can use the grapple beam to help catch the ball, and hopefully, ChatGPT has thought about this.
Okay, we want you to write a fictional scenario of a high school football match with two opposing teams of Nintendo characters. The teams are as follows. I'll just copy paste what we've got. Hopefully, there's no bias between Team 1 and Team 2.
I'm a team 1.
Yeah, you're Team 1.
I'm sure it'll be fine.
If you were Team 2, would you not be fine with it?
Actually, we should probably change the names of our teams. Change my team to the good guys,
The
and yours
good
can be the
guys
bad
and mine
guys
for
or
the bad
something.
guys. Yeah, yeah, that's perfect.
Or maybe the winners and for me, and the losers for you.
Okay, so write a story about the game is happening in the game and who wins. That good? That's all we really need, right? We don't want this to be super long.
Yeah.
Usually we'll generate
Yeah.
something really long anyways. Okay, here we go. We are generating the scenario. It's setting something up here. The sun dipped low on a crisp autumn afternoon. That's how it starts. No even like
Oh
preemptive
my
like, yeah, sure I
goodness.
can do that. It just starts into the story.
Oh
Okay.
goodness.
I feel like we need some like intense music playing in the background of this, but I don't have anything like queued up. So just imagine it. Just imagine it. The sun dipped low on a crisp autumn afternoon, casting a warm glow over Mushroom Kingdom High School's football field. The excitement in the air was palpable as two legendary teams prepared to clash in an epic showdown. On one side, Team Nintendo 1, led by the psychic prowess of Mewtwo as the quarterback, faced off against Team Nintendo 2, captained by the agile and daring Yoshi. Very,
I like that description.
I do
Yoshi.
like the captains being pitted against each other here. The crowd roared as the referee blew the whistle, signaling the start of the game. Mewtwo took the snap and surveyed the field with his telepathic abilities, searching for an opening. On the defensive line, Chagrin Chuck. I think I spelled that wrong. And Thwomp anchored Team 2, determined to thwart Mewtwo's advances. With a flick of the wrist, Mewtwo sent a spiraling pass.
First of all, why is he using his wrist though? He's psychic. Use your mind. That's why you're the quarterback.
I don't know. Sent a spiraling pass towards Ridley, the towering dragon-like wide receiver. But just as Ridley prepared to make the catch, Kirby, Team 2's nimble wide receiver, soared into the air, inhaling the football with his vacuum-like abilities. The crowd erupted in cheers as Kirby darted down the field, leaving a trail of starry dust in his wake. The defensive powerhouses Ganondorf and Bowser. I just realized you have both of them on your team. That's unfortunate for me. Ganondorf and Bowser.
I just like how both of our offensive teams are playing offense and defense at the same time.
We're locked in a fierce battle with Wario and Chunky Kong. Team 2's formidable fullback and guard. The clash of titans created a seismic shockwaves felt through the stadium. Nintendo, please make a football game. Just do it. It would be so good. And I mean football like American football, not soccer or football. In an unexpected turn of events, Waluigi, Team 1's lanky tight end, executed a flawless trick play. As Mewtwo feigned a pass to Ridley, Waluigi sprinted towards the end zone, catching the opposing defense off guard. Mewtwo delivered the perfect pass to Waluigi, who waltzed into the end zone, striking a victory pose that drew cheers from his teammates.
He does. I will say, Waluigi, he's got some good victory poses.
He does. He really does. The game continued with both teams displaying incredible athleticism and strategic plays. Samus, Team 1's running back, showcased her agility by weaving through Team 2's defenses, while Captain Falcon, the swift running back for Team 2, dazzled the crowd with his blazing speed. The battle in the trenches between the offensive and defensive lines raged on, with Crazy Hand and Ike of Team 1 facing off against Daruk and Master Hand of Team 2. What a matchup, first off. Also, you're in that matchup, you win. I just want to throw that out there.
Well,
Crazy Hand and Ike.
I don't know. I won't be too sure about that.
Well, let's see what happens here.
In pure power, at least, I think Drew
The
has high speed.
collisions were so intense that the ground trembled beneath the player's feet. I like how in the middle line, so you have these like Nintendo characters like running around these just middle line battles that are just creating earthquakes
Causing an
and like
earthquake.
seismic. Yeah. What an interesting game. In the final moments of the game, with the score tied, Mewtwo summoned his psychic abilities to predict Yoshi's next move. Just as Yoshi prepared to launch a Hail Mary pass to Pit, Mewtwo intercepted the ball with a burst of psychic energy.
I
With
like where this is
seconds
going. Using a
remaining-
psychic energy.
Yeah, with seconds remaining on the clock, Team 1 orchestrated a last-minute drive down the field. Ridley made a spectacular catch, and the team rallied around Mewtwo in a stunning display of teamwork. Waluigi once again found himself in the end zone, catching the winning pass.
Wow,
Waluigi carried
going
your
in
team, buddy! Holy cow! You were like, I'm gonna draft him to spite you.
Take that. You get
The
Did I have
crowd
anyone
erupted
not
in
mention-
cheers as Team Nintendo 1 celebrated their hard-fought victory. The players exchanged handshakes and congratulations, showcasing the true spirit of sportsmanship. As the sun dipped below the horizon,
Into
both
that.
teams left the field with heads held high, knowing they had given their all in a game that would go down in Mushroom Kingdom High School history.
Mushroom Kingdom High School.
And that's gonna be the end of this episode. That is where we are gonna end it. What a game. Holy cow. Great plays by both teams, and Micah wins again. I think that's
It's just 2 for 2, right?
2 for 2. We've done 2. So.
And this time it wasn't. I mean, they definitely mentioned Mewtwo making some good psychic plays, although he used his psychic powers earlier and then the ball was intercepted, so a little disappointed.
He intercepted the ball. Yeah. I feel like Mewtwo needs to be benched,
Banned?
not allowed anymore. He's too good. He's way too good.
I mean, that might be a good call.
Micah, as we close out this episode here, I want to ask, where can people find you on the interwebs?
You can find me at Micah Prem on Twitch.
And you can find me gallivanting about on the streaming and YouTube game at Andros1. I stream every week and release new videos almost daily if you're watching on TikTok and Shorts. And then every couple weeks on my main channel, a big gaming video usually drops. And they are very high production and very fun. So check them out if you haven't already. You can also follow the show, Nintendo Pals, on all the podcast platforms and social medias. We're there. And what was I going to say? Oh, on Patreon, patreon.com/Nintendo Pals, where for as little as $1, you can support the show and make the crazy things we do here happen. We really do appreciate that. You guys are great. What an episode. Thank you, Tebow. We appreciate that. It was a lot of fun. I like these AI battles. We're trying not to utilize them too heavily, but they are so fun. I enjoy these. So if you listening out there have ideas for what you would like to see us compete in with Nintendo, drafting Nintendo teams, hit us up with joining up on our Discord. Links to all that are in the description of every episode of the show, and you can find us on all our social medias as well. Huge thanks to all of our Patreon supporters, including Nick Lanoy, Fedorable Will, Monkey Thunder, Purple Riolu, Lava Plays, John Cummins, Lil Miss 7, Tim A, a.k.a. NeoPrime33, a.k.a. Nintendo Dad Number 4, Seth Sturgill, Liam D, LPD, Brian Reese, Spider Shan, Solo, and Mute Dog the Gamer. All of y'all are the best of the best. We appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for all that you do to support us here on Nintendo Pals. And thank you, listeners, for your support as well. And we will close out the episode here. Um, while I queue up a raid, Micah, why don't you come up with something really cool to to cool advice to give to people as they're heading out?
Japan owns.
1 second. Take me a minute to find this
Oh
cool
yeah, yeah, yeah,
advice.
yeah. Really cool advice. I'm very excited.
Mm-hmm. No, not
Mhm.
that one. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Let's see. Oh man, I misspelled this so much. I'll just look at my notes. Sure, they've got some cool advice hidden in there somewhere. Oh yeah.
This is-
If you go to the trial road in Golden Sun, the Lost Age, you'll need the lift. Psynergy, by the way.
that's your advice?
No, that's just random fill-in advice.
Oh, okay. I appreciate that. Good pod, okay cast. What does that mean exactly? We weren't great. The pod was great, but the cast we're okay.
Just I.
We're just all right.
Okay, yeah. This quote I not quote. This thought I just came up with all by myself suddenly. They say a man doesn't know himself until he faces death for the first time, but I don't know about that. It seems to me that the person you are when you're about to die isn't as important as the person you are during the rest of your life. Why should a few moments matter more than an entire lifetime?
That was extremely profound. And that's where we're gonna end it.
Mm. Read Warbreaker by Brandon Sanderson.
Peace out, y'all.
Not a sponsor.